So, fragrances for beginners, or if I were going to start my fragrance collection all over, where would I start? What fragrances would I buy? Oh, and there's a catch. We're gonna do this for about $220 to $225 around, give or take. Well, anywhere from about $175 to $225, and it's 17 fragrances. So get your popcorn, sit tight, meet me on the other side of this intro, and we're gonna let it rock. I'll see you in just a second. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion for you. You know how we do it here on the channel. Now, this is a long one, so I'm going to get into it right now. No further ado, let's get into it. What we got for you today is, I think I picked out 16 or 17 fragrances that I would start my collection with if I were to start all over today, for a couple of different reasons. One, the fragrances smell good, and that's the objective. Two, they're pretty much affordable fragrances, and most of them are relatively easy to find one way or another. You can get your hands on. All right, let's go. First one I want to talk to you about is Antonio Banderas Blue Seduction. The reason I would put this one back in my collection, well, it's an easy fragrance. Fresh out of the shower, good for running errands. It's light, it's blue. Kind of reminds me of, what is that? Versace's Man Oh Fresh. But nonetheless, this one can be had for about $12 to $15. I think this is a 50 ml, and it was about $9.99. So you go up just a little bit per size. And nonetheless, you're gonna get a fresh blue, easy to wear, nice t-shirt, hooping shorts type of scent for a little bit of nothing. Antonio Banderas Blue Seduction. That is one I would definitely add back to my collection. This next one is one that does not get enough love. Honestly, I think people are sleeping on this fragrance. I'm talking about CPAP on, fan on, windows open, just snoring, sleeping on this house, and this fragrance in particular. The house is Hollister, and this one is Festival Nights. This one is a sweet, sort of ambroxan, a little bit of an aquatic, but definitely a nighttime type of fragrance. It just reminds me of something that you would wear down by the river, having a bonfire, down by the ocean with some wood burning, that sea salt coming in off the ocean. Just a nice, smooth, easy to wear fragrance. I do think it is more suited for the nighttime. Any of these fragrances you can wear anytime you feel like it, but this is one I would definitely reach for in the evening time. But it's sort of sweet, sort of spicy. Definitely would make a nice little audition, nice little date night type of scent. And again, you can pick this one up for around $20 to $25, and for that price, I think it's a really good fragrance. It will bring you, it will remind you of something that is very similar to a YSL fragrance. I'm not sure exactly of which one, sort of a collection of all of them, if that makes any sense. It's not going to remind you of one in particular, but just it reminds you of something from the house of YSL. That's the best way to put it. I like it, and that is Festival Nights by Hollister. If you see this one out, pick it up. Pick it up. I think it'll be worth it for the $19 to $25 that you're going to pay for it. This next one is one that you need to be careful when you purchase. It is from the House of Cremo, and it is Distillers Blend. And this one is a smooth, creamy, sort of citrusy, sort of spicy, sort of boozy type of jam. I do think it works better for the cooler temperatures, like what we're having now in the evening time, where temperatures are dropping into the 50s and the 60s, high 50s, low 60s. I think this one would be perfect for that type of an occasion. Again, you can wear these anytime you want to. Now, the reason I said be careful, I've seen this at Walgreens for $25. Wouldn't pay that much for it, but I got mine from TJ Maxx for $12. And I think it's definitely worth it. I'm not sure what Walmart charges it, but it is definitely a fragrance that I think I would add back to my collection, because, yeah, It just smells good. A little bit boozy. It's got some freshness, some cleanliness to it at the same time with some citrus and some spice mixed in there, a little bit of wood. Definitely a great hoodie type of scent, which would be perfect for this time of the year, especially in the evening. But for $12, this is one I would definitely add back to my collection. Because remember, we're starting all over, but we on a budget, right? All right, got to get a freshie in here for the springtime. Mercedes-Benz Gray. And this one is, just like I just said, it's a freshie. I could easily see this one being worn in the late fall or early fall. Basically, to me, it's more suited for the spring. When the time first changes and you still got those cool days, you know how it'll be 80 degrees one day and then the next day the high is 60. I think it goes well in that type of environment, but yet nonetheless the sun comes out and it's still a pretty day. Definitely would grab this Mercedes-Benz Gray, and I picked this up at at Burlington for $19 for a 50 mil, and I definitely think it is well worth it. It is a freshie, and you're not going to get monster performance or monster longevity out of this fragrance, but what you're going to get is a fragrance that leaves a very nice scent trail. You spray it on your clothes, it's going to be there a minute. You may lose track of it, but the people around you are still going to be able to smell it. And for the price point of $19, I think it is a solid pickup. And if I saw it and I was having to start all over for whatever reason, this is one I would definitely pick up. And I keep reiterating that because I've had so many fragrances. Some of them, if I had to start all over, I wouldn't rebuy. And it's not because they're not good or anything, but it's just because there are other options and other alternatives, and I would probably go a different route. Let's go. That was Mercedes-Benz Gray. Let's go with one from the House of Guess. I have a couple from the House of Guess on here, so I couldn't remember how I got them laid out, but this is Guess 1981 Indigo. Love this fragrance. Tropical, coconutty, fresh, watery. This is one I would wear in the warmer climates. This is one I could see being a staple for somebody every day in the summertime, especially if you live down on the coast of Alabama, coast of Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Texas, wherever there's a coast, North, South Carolina. If you live there, Georgia, if I didn't say, this is one I could definitely see you reaching for every day and wearing because it's just got a very tropical, smooth, coconut type of vibe. Ah, that smells good. That smells real good. And a bottle this size, which is a 30 mil or a 50 mil, doesn't even matter. This size bottle you can get for anywhere from $10 to $15. And you can't really beat that. And everything from the Guess 1981 line is good, whether it's the original 1981, Indigo, or Los Angeles. They all, to me, smell really, really good. But this is one I would definitely pick up and add to my collection to reach for in the warmer weather, or even if I was going on vacation, if I were heading out for Biloxi tomorrow to go to the beach, it's one I would reach for and grab. Speaking of 1981 Indigo, Guess Los Angeles 1981, bam, there it is. A lot of people refer to this as the Versace Eros Killer. I won't go that far, but I will say it is very similar in scent profile, and it is the same type of fragrance, and it gives you the same vibes for a lot less. This, I think I paid $9.99 for it, and I picked this up at a Burlington. I think I was in Nashville, Tennessee, or Brentwood, Tennessee, one of the others, on a little adventure one day. And it does smell like Eros. It does. And if you've smelled Versace Eros, whether you like it or not, or whether you prefer Flame or not, either way, women love Versace Eros. And this is a scent that women are going to love the smell of as well. This size bottle is the one I recommend that you get. Why? Because it's the cheapest. It's $9. You can put this in your pocket. You can take it with you. You can throw it in your gym bag. And if anything happens to it at a $9 price point, you're just going to be like, ah. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to lose any sleep over it because it's a $9 fragrance. Now, does it smell like a $9 fragrance? No, I told you. It smells like Versace's Eros. It does. Gives you the same energy and that same vibe. And again, the key here is, and the point to this video is if we were starting over. Now, it's not if you can pick or whatever, but you can, I mean, you can pick what you want, but I'm just saying, if I lost all my fragrances and I saw this one at a Burlington or whatever, I'd be like, ooh, that's a good one. And yes, I would add it. Definitely date night, casual date night though. That's not a dressy one, but you could wear that one in the middle of the winter with a nice sweater. You could, or you could wear it with a hoodie, or you could wear it with a polo. I mean, it's just a versatile fragrance, especially for, I reiterate, $9. Guess 1981, Los Angeles. Speaking of date night, since we're going on a little audition, Vera Wang for Men. Vera Wang for Men. And you guys that know fragrances know when this fragrance came out, it was extremely expensive, and it's one of those fragrances that celebrities wore. It just is. Now it's come down in price, and you can get it for a relatively low price. Yes, it draws similarities to Dolce & Gabbana, the One, EDT. And the One is the fragrance that I would rebuy. I would rebuy that if I saw it. But again, if I saw this at $19.99 sitting there, as opposed to the One sitting there at $65 or $75 or $50, I'm gonna grab this if I'm starting over. Now, if I'm not starting over, then that's different. But I think this one is a little bit stronger and a little bit more spicier than the One. But I mean, they're not one-to-ones, but you're gonna get the same energy, the same vibe, and they're gonna fit the same situation. A nice, casual evening out with your little lady boo. Vera Wang for Men is one that I do like a lot. I would definitely add that back to my collection no matter what. Okay, let's get something super masculine out of the way. Barbershop, Fougere, old school. Giorgio, Beverly Hills. This is one, it's not for the weak, it's not for the faint at heart, it's not for everybody. This is man juice. This is man juice right here. Tons of notes in it, too many to list. I just will tell you it is a Fougere, and not everybody can wear this, not everybody will wear this. I wear it, as you see the levels. Now, disclaimer, I wear this one when it's cold. For some reason, to me, fragrances like this just go better when it's cold, and I go just a few sprays, hoodie, 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 sweater type of jam. And this is the type of scent that older women find appealing and attractive. Not that older women don't like Sauvage and all this other stuff, but nobody's going to tell you you smell bad with this on, especially if you wear it properly, meaning you don't spray 50 sprays. No, don't wear this to the office and spray 7 sprays on, because Karen is going to sneeze all day. She's going to file a complaint, and you're going to be on Judge Judy trying to explain why you got to pay for her doctor bills. Just don't do it. Now, what you can do is put 1 or 2 sprays of this on with your hoodie or your nice sweater, your Bill Cosby, Biggie Smalls, Coogee sweater, and go on a little date. Yes, date night approved, absolutely. You can wear it. You know you going to the barbershop and you got some errands to run. Spray it on. Knock yourself out. Just be mindful of the sprays, because this is nuclear. That is Giorgio, Beverly Hills. But that fragrance is in between $10 and $15, and can't go wrong with it. Let's go back to the house of Hollister. More of an office-friendly scent, a daily errand-running scent, running around. I like it a lot, and it is Hollister Free Wave, and you see the juice levels on it. This is one that's a little bit aquatic, doesn't have a lot of metallicness to it, but it is fresh, as you can tell by that pretty blue atomizer. The blue is silver atomized. I like that. I like it a lot. This is one grew on me. When I first got this one, I was like, that's too light. It's just too light, too fresh, too airy. But the more time I spent around it and spraying it on a shirt, and then I think I changed shirts one time to go do something, and I got back home and I put that shirt back on and I could still smell it, and I was like, wow, it's still there. It lingers on your clothing a lot longer than you think it does. It may not project and pump off of your skin beast mode, but if you spray this on, especially we're in sweats, we're in a hoodie and sweatpants season. So if you spray this on your hoodie, it's gonna be there for a minute. And I would definitely wear this on a nice little evening out. Let's say you gotta go to, let's say you and your homeboys decide y'all gonna go up to Nashville and watch the Titans play. You don't wanna get in a car with a loud fragrance on. But this size bottle will cost you about $15. This is a 50 ml. If you're taking a little bag with you because you want to change into your slides when you get to the stadium just to be more comfortable, you change out of your tennis shoes into your slides, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever reason you got a bag. I travel like that because my feet hurt. So I take, if I'm going on a long trip, I have one shoes that I wear while I'm riding, and then when I get out the car, and then when I get back, all of that, because I got to be comfortable. But this is a fragrance that you can spray 2 or 3 sprays on, get in the car, nobody's gonna be offended. You got it in your bag before you go into the game, hit yourself 4 or 5 times, go about your business, and you're gonna be just fine. It smells really, really good coming off of your skin. I like Hollister as a house. I think it is a really overlooked brand when it comes to fragrances. I don't know much about Hollister fashion, just the fragrances, and I think this is one that gets overlooked a lot. Nice, aquatic, cool, fresh, refreshing type of scent. This is good from any age, probably from 13 all the way up to 75. I think could wear this fragrance, which makes it extremely useful and versatile, which is why I would have it in my collection. Definitely one that I would reach for on a hot day or a spring day or even just a pretty day in the winter. Definitely could pull this out and pull it off. Hollister Freeway. I like that one a lot. Okay, where am I going next? Let's go to the House of Guess. Let's go back to Guess. This is Guess Blue Seduction, or Blue Seductive. And this, again, I hate to say this, but this reminds me of YSL's, is it La Nuit de l'Homme? It's either La Nuit de l'Homme or L'Homme. I want to say it's La Nuit de l'Homme that this reminds me of, and it's, this huge bottle will cost you under $20. I want to say I paid like $15 for this bottle, and it's, oh, this smells good, and it's 100 ml. And this one is a compliment getter. Again, this one is, to me, a night out, an evening type of scent. It does smell elegant. It does smell classy. It's masculine, but at the same time, it's still sweet. 3 or 4 sprays of this on a nice, pretty sweater or a nice hoodie. It's office friendly. It's not the most, you're not gonna get the most projection, beastly projection, or the most longevity out of it, but you're gonna get a fragrance that smells really, really good. Excuse me. People are gonna tell you that you smell good. It's a compliment getter. And it's an easy to wear fragrance. It's not the reinvention of the wheel, but what it does is it smells good. And this one smells the best coming off of your skin in the air when you come through. I talk about that a lot because you got to think that's when people smell you the most, when you're moving, when you're doing something. That's when your body heats up, and that's what forces the chemicals, the perfumes, the oils, the dyes, whatever in this to come off of your skin and protrude. It's heat. So think about that. And this one is a cheapie, but it doesn't smell cheap at all. I like it. From the House of Guess, it is Blue Seduction, or Seductive, whichever one it is. And this next one, Lord, another one from the House of Guess, and I completely forgot the name of this fragrance. Maybe it will come to me. It was making the rounds several years ago, maybe 2 years, or maybe this time last year. Remember this one? And this is Guess. What is this one called? Gold? I think it's just Guess Gold, right? Is it Guess Gold? Well, nonetheless, Spice Bomb clone. This is a Spice Bomb clone. I would not reach for this one in the summertime or in the high heat. This is one I would definitely wear in the evening or the nighttime, and I would definitely wear it when it's a little bit cooler. Perfect for fall and spring, in my opinion. Now again, disclaimer, you can wear what you want to wear when you want to wear it. That's up to you. But Guess Gold here is one that I absolutely love. And as the temperatures get cooler, this is one I would definitely be reaching for. Sweatpants approved, hoodie approved. Just an easy to wear fragrance. Again, the longevity on this one is not that great. Okay, it's just not. It doesn't. But $15 to $16 is what you're gonna pay for this. How can you go wrong? It's $15 to $16. This is one I would definitely pick up because I do love Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb can be a little loud and a little harsh. It can be. It's strong. This, not so much. Not as loud, a little bit smoother, not as strong, and it doesn't last as long. So definitely pick this up. We're gonna call this Guess Gold. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will let me have it in the comment section, but okay, it's fine. But nonetheless, the point is, for the price point on that one, I would pick it up and add it back to my collection. Let's get a couple out of the box fragrances, meaning that you'll just find them at your TJ Maxx, Ross, Burlington places out of the box. This is one I just can't, I can't say enough about this fragrance. And this is Royal Apoptic. That is a hard word to say. Dogwood Blossom. And again, this is a Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille clone. It may be a little bit more vanilla than the Tom Ford, but boy, the drawdown of this is something beautiful. And for the $12 that you're gonna pay for this, I will buy a backup bottle of this if I find it, just to make sure it stays in my collection, simply because I got a feeling that the price is gonna go up on it, or it's gonna be hard to find, or I'm gonna have to get it from eBay or some site and the price is gonna be high. I don't think you'll be able to pick it up alone for $12, and I got mine at Marshall's. If you like Tobacco Vanille, this is one that you may need to go ahead and try to add to your collection. If you don't like Tobacco Vanille, don't worry about it. But if you do, Royal Apoptic's Dogwood Blossom is, it's a certified banger for $12.99. I don't see how you can go wrong with that. And it's a beautiful bottle as well. How long this video been going on? Okay, we're getting close to the end. Let's do a few more that's out of the box. Emerge. I would definitely buy this all day long, because if you're out there and you're looking for a fragrance that smells sophisticated, that smells masculine, that smells unique, that smells good, here you go. And that Dogwood is a parfum concentration, if I didn't mention that. I'm not sure whether this is or not. My phone is over there, so I cannot get it to look it up. I can't remember if this was a parfum concentration or not, but nonetheless, it smells like Tom Ford's Fabulous. Some people say they smell Dunhill Icon. I don't get that from it, but I'm wondering if we had the same bottle, because I know every time I show this bottle, somebody says, hey, they make a NAR that smells good as well. I hear that, and I will be looking for the NAR. But this juice is more brown than a lot of the other juices that I've seen. Some of theirs are darker, so I don't know if that's the NAR or what. But nonetheless, this one reminds me a lot of Tom Ford's Fabulous. And for that price, I just can't, for the $14.99 that I paid for this 100 ml, it's a win. There's just no other way to say it. This is one that I encourage you to get, and if my collection had to start all over tomorrow and I saw this, I would buy this 10 out of 10 times. Emerge. One more that was not in the box that you can get at TJ Maxx, and you already know what it is. I cannot stress how good this fragrance smells. It is from the House of Camera, and it is El Dorado Kingdom. To me, I get Killian's Straight to Heaven. A lot of people that have smelled this say that it reminds them of, I guess, another Tom Ford fragrance. Oud Wood is what they get. So I'm wondering if all these fragrances are connected, if they're made by the same company or performer or whatever, and they're targeting a specific style of fragrance, whether it's a vintage, because there's another one out that I haven't smelled yet. Every time I go to smell it, there's no atomizer, so I can't smell it. And they say that it's very close to a vintage, but I do not need another vintage clone, so whatever. I would buy it for reviewing sakes, just to tell you guys about it that don't know, but still. This one, tobacco. It just smells good. It just smells good. So whether it smells to you like Oud Wood, or whether it smells like Killian's Straight to Heaven, it doesn't matter. The point is, for $12.99, I would buy this 100 ml all day long, 10 out of 10 times, and add it back to my collection if for whatever reason I lost it. And that is El Dorado Kingdom by Camera. Smells really, really good. I got 3 more. Gotta have a boozy fragrance in the collection, right? Right. Got to have a boozy fragrance in the collection. And it is Dunhill's Pursuit. This one is leathery, but most importantly, it's boozy with a little bit of spice. For those of you who don't know what a boozy fragrance is, well, it's just what it sounds like. It's a fragrance that smells a little bit like booze, a little bit like liquor. Sometimes the liquor is like a tequila smell. Sometimes it's like a gin. Sometimes it just smells like a tropical drink, and reviewers refer to that as boozy. This one just smells like, I don't know, liquor. I've never been much of a drinker and still don't drink liquor to this day, so I may have a cold Bud Light every now and then, but that's about as turn up as I get. What you want? I'm old. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, this one is a nice, boozy, spicy, leathery type of fragrance. I think it could be worn in the summer. I still would go more evenings. I would not wear it to work. It's got that boozy note in it, so I don't think you want to walk around the office smelling like this, but if you did, you should go light on the sprays. Now, you certainly could. Me personally, I think this is more one for hanging out with the fellas, going to shoot a game of pool or poker night over at Cheapo's house, whatever we're doing. I think this one is more suited for that, but it's Dunhill's Pursuit, and I like it. I like it a lot. This next one is from a car company, Jaguar Pace. This one is a nice, fresh, masculine, woody type of fragrance. Y'all excuse me, every time I get to spraying these fragrances, it gets me right there. But a nice, masculine, woody type of scent. I would wear this to the office. It's very woody, but it's a controlled woody. It's not I'm out here chopping wood by the fire or uber masculine type of woody, but it's just right. Perfect little office scent, a perfect close encounter scent. This is one, if you're dealing with somebody that doesn't like a lot of stronger fragrances, I think this is one that would slide right in there and be just fine. Again, I keep talking about hoodies and stuff like that because that's the season we're in. That type of material, whether it's cotton or whatever, and you're just spraying it, on you. This is one I think you would definitely spray on your clothes to increase the longevity of it. And I think that would work. And again, it's not going to be a monster projector. It's not going to be a super protruding fragrance. It is going to be one that leaves a nice little scent trail when you come down through there. It's not the reinvention of the wheel, but it's a staple. It's a basic, easy fragrance. It's not hard to find. It's not expensive. I paid, I think, $12 for this. Maybe it was $15 shipped. Now I got mine brand new from Macari, still in the box, cellophane and everything. I ordered it off of Macari from a seller, and it was $12. And for $12, I would buy this. I'd buy it 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. It is, some people refer to it as a spicy shower gel. I could see that, but not so much. To me, I just get a nice, easy, chill, woody type of scent, because I don't pick up on much soap, so I don't get high with shower jelly, but everybody picks up on something different. I do get woody and I do get spicy, but nonetheless, an easy to wear fragrance, definitely a Netflix and chill type of scent. Not because it's sexy or romantic, but it's just easy. It's just easy, easy, easy. That's the best way to describe this fragrance. Easy on the nose, easy. And that is Jaguar Pace. This next one and last one, as we've come to the end of this fiasco, is one that I can't speak enough of. It is subtle, but it projects really, really hard for about an hour to an hour and a half. And it is from the house of Cristiano Ronaldo, and this is Legacy. I know nothing about soccer. Nothing, except for you get a point when you kick it in the net. That's all I know. And it's very exciting when you kick it in the net, evidently, because you get to run and slide and celebrate. But nonetheless, this is a fragrance that I think should be celebrated. This just comes off as very refined and elegant. And the crazy part about that to me is I got this fragrance on clearance for $9. And you see the bottle. Got the initial CR right there. This is a beautiful, solid bottle. For those of you who have this fragrance, so you know what I mean because you've held it in your hand. It feels like a really expensive cologne. And it smells like a really expensive, well-made fragrance as well. I mean, it just does what it's supposed to do. And I'd rather enjoy it. Especially thinking, I'm trying to see where the levels are on it. The levels on it are right here. Especially considering I've had it less than 2 years and I paid $9 for it. I mean, I would buy this again 10 out of 10 times. I would repurchase this. It's just nice, clean, woody, masculine, easy to wear, office type scent, date night scent. That's a Swiss Army. Winter, summer, spring, or fall. That's one that you can just pick up and wear. I don't want to call it a dumb reach, but I can't think of an occasion that I would not wear this fragrance. I would wear it to work. I'd wear it to a wedding. I'd wear it to a football game. It's just a Swiss Army type of scent. And for the $9 that I paid for it, can't beat it. Now I think it'll cost a little bit more if you were to pick it up. I think it'd be somewhere around the $20, $25 mark, but for that price point, it's still a good fragrance. I recommend that you get it. 17 fragrances, that's it. I got nothing else to say, so you already know. Thank you for returning to the scene of the crime. I greatly, greatly appreciate you all. Please continue to be active in the comments. It means a lot to me. Give this video a thumbs up and share. With that being said, you already know. I love you all and God bless you all. Until next time, guys. Peace.